So if you're a careful madman, you can get away with this. This thing on? You guys are there? Can you hear me? Yeah? Oh man, this feels weird. It's like stepping into a time warp. Like I haven't spoken to you guys in a very, very long time. Well, I'm going to cut right to the chase. And today we're finally working on the 5.3. That's right, we're working on the 5.3 budget build. It's been in a hiatus for way too long. The goal of today is we're gonna take it apart and see just how it, not completely apart, but we'll pull the intake manifold off, we'll pull the valve covers off. We'll pull the intake manifold off, we'll pull the valve covers off, and we'll just take a look and see how everything looks after the engine's been put together, completed, and then it's been sitting shelved due to life for like the past 5 years, which pains me to say. But that's how long it's been, and I need to get this thing up and running. I'm itching to hear it, I'm itching to experience it, and I know you guys are itching to see it. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and see just how it looks, make sure we don't have any like nests inside the engine, because I'll be the first to admit I have not covered it ever. So ports have been open for far too long. So it is time that we crack it open and see if we have any creatures living in the engine. If not, then we're good to go, because I am ordering parts. We're going to start with the fuel system and we're going to go from there. So anyway, I've spoken too much. Let's get some wrenches turning. You know, this will also be a good test to see what it'll be like to work on the engine while it's in the car. Caveat, it's not bolted down. Yes, the mounts are in, they're slotted in where they need to be, but it's not bolted down, so it may rock. It shouldn't rock, it's pretty tight, pretty heavy. Yeah, ain't going nowhere. But yeah, it's not bolted in yet. I got something, because it still has to come back out for other work to be done. But let's see, can we pull the valve covers off with the engine in the car? And how difficult are they? I can already tell the brake lines right here are going to be an issue, which is something I know we need to relocate. So, let's get what we can. Now these bolts have been turned. First time this cover's coming off, been far too long, I'll be the first to admit. For those of you that are repeat old subscribers, in case you're wondering what's been going on, life, family. Well, you've heard that enough by now, though. One back here. Looks like it's going to be a bit of a bear. For those saying that's not a brand new engine, yes, it is. If you go back and watch our videos, the only thing original is the block and the crank, and technically the head casting. Everything else internally is literally brand spanking new, never been used or fired on. Pistons, rods, bearings, trunnions, the valve train, the cam, everything is brand new in this engine. It's a brand new 5.3, and it's just been sitting. So it's kind of crazy to think about it like that. It's a literal brand new, basically a crate engine, it's just been sitting. Because a lot of the internal parts we got were from GM Performance. The LS9 camshaft, GM Performance. The trunnion upgrade, I believe was also GM Performance. The lifters and the push rods, I believe, are also GM Performance. Timing covers, GM Performance. A lot of it is, honestly. It's almost ready to come out. I'm not quite sure which bolt is still holding it. That one. You can't, but to build an engine to this level of newness these days is going to cost you probably 3 times what we spent at the time we built it. Come on, which one of these is still in there? Forgot how far these bolts come out. Right. Moment of truth, how do we look? Looks like the day we put them in, honestly. We did oil everything when we put it in, and a few times over the years I would come out, not necessarily oil it, but I would rotate the engine over a couple times just to make sure things are rotated and not seasoned together. But from what I can see, it all looks good. Here, I'll grab you guys. So yeah, everything looks good on the head side so far. you know, not yoinking your chain. I mean, you can go back and watch the videos and see. That looks really clean. I mean, it's a brand new engine, never been ran, so it should, but I was just worried about like bugs, that sort of stuff. So far, so good. Let's take off the other side. All right, get this side off. Last one, I might have to get it by hand. I'm gonna get my 10. Beautiful. No signs of bugs or rust, so no dirt, debris. It's a really good sign. But looks good. Everything's clean. So let's go ahead and get the intake manifold off, so we can see what that looks like for the runners and the valves and whatnot. Keep them on and keep everything nice and clean like it's been. And then we'll pull the valve cover off. Again, these will get checked. Okay. Before we fire it up. The oil will out everywhere. These are not going to be torqued, and I'm going to leave that back one. Let's come back to it. We're putting biting in the ass, so I may come back and do it before I leave the garage today. These got some rust on top, so those are just for the fuel rail. Now I'm going to do something. It's not always recommended for Allens, but if you're careful, or madman, or a little bit of both, you can get away with it. If you're a careful madman. Yeah, that's the one. So if you're a careful madman, you can get away with this. And those of you that are keen know what I'm about to do. Alright. So, if you're careful, you can get the right size Torx to fit in an Allen head. But you gotta be careful so you don't strip it out. These were just barely tight. Yeah. So I'm gonna break them loose, and then I'm gonna hit them with the impact and be done with it. I'm gonna put this on just really for security and packaging sake. Knowing you have to come back off to do like the steam pipe and all that jazz underneath. And so I'm surprised I still remember that, but hey, what are you gonna do? Alright. Let me get my adapter. We gonna blast off. Also, I did pick up some. Oh, I'll cover that later. It is a new gasket, but that's fine. It's probably a little dry now, so it may not be fine actually. And these weren't the perfect size, but they were a good enough size. So again, while this was done for packaging to complete the build, not for actual use. We're gonna say, you're a madman. Yes, you are correct, I am. I'll be the first to sign off on that one. Alright, that's everything. That smells like catnip. The first time I've seen the valley pan, first time I've taken that intake manifold off in years. Crazy to think. But brand new gaskets. You can see our beautifully ported heads. Something I want to take a look at after all these years. Of course, it'd be more telling seeing how they ever ran, but it was a fun experience. Try to get you guys a close-up of the valves, the runners. Alright, so for those of you that may be new to the channel, this is the 5.3 budget build that me and my good friend Ben built a couple years ago. Like I said, it's a Gen 4 build, all new internals. We did port the heads ourselves, so I'm curious just to take a look at it with new eyes, fresh eyes. Engine hasn't been ran yet, so we can't say, you know, how that works, but just looking at them again with fresh eyes is cool. That was like a week, 2 week experience. Getting these ports ported. And we did what everything from all we did. We matched it to the intake, or sorry, the gaskets. This camera's really hot, wow. Outlined it, and then just poured it. So we didn't go too much wider. The main goal was really just to smoothen out the chambers, but we did add a little bit of width. So I think it'll be fine, especially with all the reports that's coming out about like dimpling actually increasing flow. I think it'll be perfectly fine. In fact, I think it'll be great and improve performance, which is the whole point. Okay, so yeah, that's basically just gonna sum this up right now. It's just getting me back wet. As you see, I'm covered in sweat. Back into the build. I'm excited. I need to get it done. I really want to drive it. I really want to smoke these tires and experience it and share that with you guys. So here we are. This is me forcing myself back into the garage, back into build, back to my feet being wet and greasy. And I do have parts on order. So we are, like I said before in the beginning, going to focus on the fuel, get the fuel done. So we got the fuel pump, fuel lines coming in, and then after that we can put in the fuel pump, plumb the lines, and then we'll get the fuel rail, fuel pressure regulator and injector, have all that pumped, how's it going? And then it'll be good to go from there. So long years are coming, but it's all going to culminate to an amazing experience once this is done. So thank you guys for checking out short, quick video. Thank you for sticking with it for so long. We know it's been a while. I apologize, it's been a while, but family has taken precedence, as it should. But no, we're back in a good spot, and we are going to get this build done because I cannot wait to feel it. Remember to go out there, do something awesome. Peace.